Welcome to another video. In depth, we will see hot drive over nothing. He misses his daughter's graduation over a false arrest. This is
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Las Vegas. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense. I'm sure after he caught the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Ward. That's complete to DK. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down. It's now second and 6 at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. 4 yards.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 28. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and sneak it here. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to fourth. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Pollard will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off a back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Out of the gun, Smith. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to settle up the front.
Now he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty punching it in from a yard away.
Hello.
And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
This has a feeling of a back-and-forth game, and we've seen that in evidence already with each of these teams' opening drives. This is what you call a quick answer, as they go down the field in no time flat and finish with a touchdown run.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ward off the play fake. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
The kind of speed he has is almost impossible to actually overthrow him, but he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
Throwing is Ward. That's dumped off to Pollard.
First thing you didn't score.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 7-7, our score after 1.
Okay.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing again here, Ward. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 39. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So Aiden did that.
Here on 1st down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
So bro's car's
cooked. Be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
He totaled it.
Out of the gun, Ward.
Shoot. Oh, what's the
loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Wait, I can't tell her that. You told me. That one.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go.
His dad telling people.
Throwing now, Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Back to throw, Smith. He hits his target rocket. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Bro, what? He needs certain glasses.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger
Wait, let me talk to Aiden.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
What happened?
Throwing now is Gino. That's caught. Jack Besh with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break. What
was he doing?
From Vegas after this.
He was teaching me how to drive. And you know, can you just like, you know the 10 miles and you know how like there's like an extra parking lot with dirt? We were over there driving. I was driving first. So we were just like driving around, just teaching me how to drive the car. And then we took the wheel and we were leaving where we came from. And we hit big metal.
Ow.
Now Gino.
Oh, the whole bumper thing.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Jeffrey Sims on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Titans' 27-yard line.
Oh, okay. That's...
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
He just looks dumb. He just looks bad.
Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Did you get a picture of it? I would have gotten a photo of it. So
Fourth down and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
Okay, well, that's all I needed.
About the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Titans getting set to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
It certainly feels like there's more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts.
Okay, balance.
The clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Watch my new long form video. Just go through it. It's insane. Really? I recorded it on mine. Oh, I also hit 650.
To throw is Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Second down and 3. To the air again, Ward. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead...
Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, here's Ward. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakakwo in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Slide for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks Thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers. A little bit more to the perimeter, perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To the air again, Smith. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Smith. That's to the left side, pulled in by Besh. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll sneak it with Smith. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
After the run, Smith going to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Smith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Smith. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Geno Smith, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Play action now. Ward. Open man down the field. That's Heilmanner. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
The Titans, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And the Raiders have got him. Malcolm Kuntz just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
That's good for a Titans first down.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Ward. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Smith. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Smith. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving the yard up to the 42.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Complete. Pollard. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
And the Titans first down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing is Ward. And he's got this down to the 35.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Titans first down.
This is 1st and 10. Now Ward. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now, Ward. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down. Looking to throw. More. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
So out come the Raiders. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Smith to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Smith's going to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. To throw is Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
You want to see defensive coordinators get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as good running gets him to about the 44. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. To throw, here's Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Second down and 6 now. From the shotgun, it's Ward. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a third down and 6. Big play coming up. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Looking to put a drive together. First throw here in overtime for Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give them a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's second down. Here's Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
47 on the play. And the Raiders first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because let's face it, we've been there before and we've seen guys, maybe they hyperventilate a little bit.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Carlson now to have the extra point. And he puts it through. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. Ward throwing to start the drive.
Ward's pass. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Each team's had it in overtime, so next score wins. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Moore. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. That's complete to DK. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's another Titans first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Tennessee.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a hot time across the Cumberland tonight. The Titans have won it. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.
I don't think there's a chance for this understanding where it's supposed to be an 18-plus only SpongeBob event, but they were letting kids in anyway with like their parental supervision. I doubt it. Because why would there even be an 18-plus SpongeBob event for the SpongeBob movie, which is a family-friendly children's film? Why would they host an exclusively adult-only SpongeBob event? That would be really confusing. That would be an interesting choice. But again, based on all the evidence I can see from her talking to this dude, as well as like the pictures she took with kids, I think I can say with a high level of confidence that this was an event attended by children, and she decided to wear this outfit, which I do not think is appropriate here. I think it's a really weird, peculiar choice of dress for her for an event like this. A kids movie, a kids premiere. It's just not the time nor the place to be wearing a see-through dress and a thong, having a whole piece during it. Like, imagine I was voicing a character in the new Bluey film, right? I'm playing Bluey in Bluey the Big Budget Blockbuster feature film. And I get invited out to the Bluey world premiere. And I scoot him sideways down like I'm in a banana hat. And I'm just screaming, Bluey the yeah. That'd be some freaky shit. Because it's just not appropriate attire for a kid's event to be wearing some shit like that. And I've seen some delusional takes on this, by the way. I saw some people trying to argue that what she's wearing is very in line with the SpongeBob cartoon itself, or like tentacle having spun out, or like SpongeBob foot. It's like, well, what's the big deal? Ice Spice does it too with her cookies. And I have to wonder if you need to go to see someone if you're trying to argue that. That is such a crazy thing to compare a cartoon dad moment with, but to a real-life person going to a kids event with her as and this is a performer who is well known for sexual content in the first place. I think it's a very odd fit to have her in the film in the first place. I said that the second that something was Ice Spice to do the big guy pants and stuff with one of Ice Spice's biggest bits was her main band of the scene is how overtly sexual she is lyrically, in her dancing, and in her attire. It is weird that they didn't choose Ice Spice in the first place for it. But even going beyond that, the fact that she still maintained that at a kid premiere is just not appropriate. And it's not comparable to SpongeBob or Patrick having a gag moment with their son. So that is a crazy thing to try and compare a cartoon to real life. That is unhinged community that we need to be evaluated. And I also saw a lot of people saying, well, if you have an issue with this, you must have an issue with the beach too, because there's girls in bikinis at the beach. What if the kid skis down at the beach, huh? What's the outrage there? And that is also a weak, stupid argument. That is criticizing a place where swimming takes place. Let's say there's a... That's weird. Why did they decide to wear bikinis to make kids event? There's no swim or anything taking place. That doesn't check out. That's fucking peculiar. That's inappropriate. It's just that simple. I don't think this is that deep. I don't see how there's any kind of like debate. You can easily just recognize that maybe dressing like this for a kid's movie and a kid's premiere event takes a lot of times. It's not a good idea. And it's just people trying to argue that this is like one of the most big things for that. You're really going to sit there and try and tell me with a straight face that there is literally nothing that you can wear. It has to be like really revealed with a whole ass out type clothes. I find that hard to believe. Surely there were other wardrobe options. It would make far more sense for an event like this. Anyway, just a pretty wacky situation here.